What is up, YouTubers, lovers of budget cars and bikes? Welcome back to the channel and to probably what will be the shortest video I've ever made. This is purely a kind of a warning to anybody that's looking to buy one of these cheaper trackers for your motorcycle or your car. I suppose you could put it in a car, you can put it pretty much anywhere you like. Put it on your dog if you like, they're that small. But anyway, I have been looking into getting a little tracker and I thought I'd kind of suss out these tiny little cheap ones. They are basically Chinese trackers that you put a SIM card in with a memory card, and you then basically have to call effectively your tracker to find out exactly where it is. It's a very, very simple kind of setup, as it were, in that respect, but it is very, very cheap. I bought the GF-22, I think, the first time around. That I couldn't get that to work. I bought a cheap SIM card, set it all up, put it in there. I sent the 000 code to it. It couldn't send a message back to me, even though the SIM card was set up. It was a complete bloody disaster. So I sent that back, and that was that. It was all fine and dandy, and I got my money back. Then I realised they've actually got a GF-22, which is the same stuff, basically. It comes in this little box here, as you can see. It's much nicer, basically, looking at this than it was the GF-07. It's a much more advanced. If we can get that top off, there you go. There might even, yeah, there's some lights still flashing. So let me just turn that around. That is the GF-22 there. Same principle. You basically just whip this out of here. You take the back off. In behind there, you will stick your SIM card and your memory card. Let me just pop that back in there. Now, when you first try to set this up, this is the warning. When you first try to set this up through the user manual, it will ask you for your debit card, which did ring alarm bells for me, I have to say. I was wondering why on earth they would need my debit card details, but they said in the instructions that it was purely and simply to find out where you are in the world. Seemed kind of plausible, but I don't keep a lot of money in my bank account anyway, so I figured, what's the worst that could happen, eh? And the worst happened. I'll talk to you about that all in a second. So effectively what happens is you put in your credit card details and then you are directed to the app to download, and as soon as you download the app, this weird thing happens. You basically get transferred on your mobile phone, you get transferred to this kind of online TV subscription service, which is really weird. I don't know what happened to the app itself. I think it's called GPS 360, something like that. But that kind of just disappeared, and it took me to this TV subscription site, which seemed free, and it said, you've got this for 5 days. And I thought, well, maybe this is just a little bonus, and, you know, I get this for 5 days, and then if I want to subscribe to it, then I can do. I just didn't think anything of it. Until yesterday, when I got a phone call from my bank saying that a Chinese company had tried to charge me £29.95 to subscribe to a TV channel, which they flagged up as suspicious. So effectively what happened is I put in my credit card details thinking that's what they needed to kind of guarantee where I was in the world kind of scenario, and they took me to an online TV subscription service and signed me up. So effectively what would happen, I looked everywhere, and when it first said you got 5 free days, I did look around to see if there was any kind of small print to say, you know, after 5 days we're going to charge you this much. Couldn't see a thing. There was no kind of my account. I hadn't given them any of my details, as in my name, my address, what I wanted from this app, nothing like that. It was just as soon as I put in my credit card details, it flicked me over to this app, which is a complete scam. You get 5 days free, and then it's $29.99 a month. Luckily, Barclays Bank rang me up and said, look, we thought this was really suspicious, so we basically blocked that payment. What do you want us to do? And I said, well, just block it completely. I have no idea what's going on. So this is a complete scam. It is obviously from China, as you can see, and somebody out there, this was bought on eBay, believe it or not, somebody out there is firing these things out. They are 14, 15 quid, I think. And perceptually, or conceptually, they are a brilliant little tracking device. It's got a magnet on the back. You stick it in your bike. You call your bike whenever, you know, if you need to, God forbid, and it'll tell you where it is. So in essence, it's a great little device, a cheap tracker. But no, they want $29.99 a month off you, and they don't even ask you if you want that. They'll just take it. So be very aware. Do not buy one of these little tiny crappy trackers here, because, well, I'm not saying every single seller will be the same, but the seller that I bought this from, basically, I said to them I couldn't even get it to bloody work. It was the same scenario. I typed in the 3 zeros that you're supposed to kind of bind your phone with this tracker here with the SIM inside here, and it didn't work. So I said to them, look, it still doesn't work like the GF-07 didn't work. I want my money back. They were more than happy, just like the GF-07, to send me the money back without me sending the item back. Now that rang alarm bells. Who just says, oh, here's your money back, don't worry about sending it back? You know, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And all they said was, please leave us 5-star feedback. And I'm thinking, okay, fair enough then. They've given me the money back, rather. So I think they know all about this, and they just hope that people don't look at their bank statements that often, and they might get, you know, a quick £100 out of you. Then you could be paying this for a year without even knowing. So be aware, do not buy one of these tiny little crappy trackers. They are a rip-off. I got this from eBay. I even rang eBay to tell them all about it. All they said was, we'll contact the seller and ask them to stop selling them. I don't think that's good enough, personally. I think they should take the seller off the platform, because they run in a scam where they just steal £30 a month out of your bank. So, as I said, don't buy this. Just do not buy it. One, it didn't work for me. And two, they signed me up to some TV subscription I'd never heard of and I didn't agree to. So, little heads up there. Just a quick video and my experiences with that. Hope it helped. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up and a like if it helped you, or if you've got any comments, leave those in the comment section below. And we'll catch up in about a week's time. Alright guys, take care. Thanks for watching.